Good morning, scientists. I wanted to share with you how to create a climatograph. You might hear it just called a climate graph or a climategram. And as you know, these are used to document the climate of a biome. And this is something that making one will help you to understand how to interpret one. So I want you to, for your assignment today, I want you to create a climatograph using the data that you see here on the screen. I'm going to send that separately so you don't need to capture the information from this recording. You don't need to take any notes or anything like that. I just want to describe and explain how the climate graph works. So on the left, on the y-axis, you'll see that that side tells us what the precipitation amount is. And on the right side of the y-axis, you'll see that that's the temperature amount. Now, the one thing that this climate graph doesn't have is some type of a notation for what the precipitation is going to look like, basically a key. So you're going to need to create that. Perhaps just use like a blue bar to show that you're going to use precipitation in a bar amount. And then for the temperature, let's change colors so it'll be easier to note. And instead of using a bar, we're just going to use a like a plot or a little line graph. And you'll just notate that in a smaller circle. That's maybe too fine of a point, so let's just do it like that. Okay. So let's go back to precipitation. And you start off, you look at the data chart over here on the right. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that the x-axis, unfortunately, it is not labeled, which is a failing of this chart, blank chart, but it is the months of the year. So precipitation amount in January was 230 millimeters. So what you'll do is you'll come over here, you'll draw a bar up to 230 millimeters. Okay, and then you'll look at February. The amount was 109 millimeters. Come back over to your chart and go up to 109. I'm so sorry, I cannot draw very straight. I'm left-handed and I have to use the mouse right-handed, so it's even worse. All right, you would continue on and complete the rest of the precipitation data using a bar, as so. Okay. Now let's switch over to the temperature. I'm going to change my color. Temperature amount for January is 27 degrees Celsius. So now remember, the trickiest part of reading a climate graph is that you have to switch over to the opposite side for the opposite reading. Okay, so the temperature amount, we look up here on the right side, 27 degrees for January. We'll put a little dot right about there. And then for February, the amount is 28 degrees, so it'll just be slightly different. Okay, now I'm going to want to connect these two dots. Okay, and you would continue adding in the temperature data and then connect the dots for the rest of the climate graph. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me today. This is pretty straightforward and simplistic. Creating one is easier sometimes than interpreting one, but I wanted you to create one so that it will be easier for you to interpret one. Another thing I want you to take note of and look at today is the biome viewer that we saw last week. Well, you know, the week before the break. And it has all of the different climatograms or climatographs for the different biomes. And this is important to note because if you look at all the different biomes and the different climatographs, you'll notice a difference when you compare them. And basically this is how scientists determine what biome an area is in, is by looking at its climate data. It's true, we also look at the different producers and consumers that are in an area, but primarily, once you know what the climate of a region is, then you can predict what biome it falls under. And so, in preparation for our test, which is coming up, please look over these and just sort of do some basic analysis by comparing and contrasting the different climatographs. Same word. All right. I hope you guys have a great day, and please let me know if you have any questions.